What's up?
What's up?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Movie Pod. My name's Isaac. I'm joined by my co-host Joseph. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, good. Excited for Wednesday.
Excited for tomorrow, episode 3 of Ahsoka. We'll have our reaction, review, breakdown out. So make sure you do subscribe, turn notifications on so you don't miss that. I really think episode 3 is going to be banger. You know, we obviously, the first 2 episodes of Ahsoka, you know, hooked us and hooked fans with lots of exciting stuff. You know, this seeing Rebel characters on screen in live action was quite amazing. Literally, it's literally been Star Wars Rebels Season 5 so far in live action. You know, those episodes were made to get you into the show and make you want more. Now, episode 3 of Ahsoka is coming tomorrow. It's a bit shorter, and I assume it will be a fast episode because of the shorter runtime. The next episode clocks in at 31 minutes long, not counting the credits. It's obviously written by Dave Filoni. Yeah, and it's directed by episode director Steph Green. So yeah, it is shorter than the first 2. It'll probably be the shortest episode of this season. I hope we don't get anything shorter than 31 minutes, right? So yeah, because you know, there's a lot to set up in the Ahsoka series. I really do believe there's a lot they've got to do. But here are our predictions, our theories, and our hopes for Ahsoka episode 3 coming tomorrow. Okay, so in the past, Ahsoka went missing for years. We know, Ezra obviously saved her from Darth Vader using the World Between Worlds. You know, go watch that episode of Rebels if you haven't. It's amazing stuff, but I'm sure if you're watching this video, you've all watched Rebels. I really hope. If you haven't, then please go watch Rebels. It is amazing, and you probably need to watch it before you really know what's going on in Ahsoka. So yeah, Ahsoka Tano was gone for about 7 years before coming back after the Empire fell. Obviously, Luke Skywalker destroying Vader come back to light with Luke Skywalker's help and destroying the Emperor, which ultimately made the Empire fall. Now, Ahsoka probably trained Sabine and looked for Ezra, but we don't know what she did in her missing years. So episode 3, it could tell us about that. You know, obviously she jumps back into the World Between Worlds. She's on Malachor. What is she doing on Malachor now when we see her in Ahsoka? There's about 7 years, as I said there. So will episode 3 dive into that? Looking at like the trailers and teasers we've got, this episode might go into Ahsoka and Sabine training. Obviously now Sabine has realized she needs to step back up, get out of her depression stage, and become Ahsoka's Padawan again, and go look for Ezra Bridger and bring him home. As Sabine says at the end of Rebels in the epilogue, it's time to bring Ezra home. So episode 3, I really think will focus on Ahsoka and Sabine's relationship. I think they'll start training again. And now this is the big one. Obviously, we will see Anakin Skywalker in episode 5. That's pretty much been confirmed. Basically because of the director that is attached, which is Dave Filoni. That's his second episode he's directing, is episode 5. So, and Rosario Dawson said episode 5 is her favorite. Rosario Dawson and Hayden Christensen were teenage friends, so I'm pretty sure Anakin Skywalker will show up in episode 5 of the series. But I also believe Anakin will show up in more than one episode. I think in episode 3, we might get a flashback to when Sabine and Ahsoka is training. We might get a flashback to Ahsoka and Anakin in the Clone Wars training. This makes a lot of sense. In a recent TV teaser spot they released just a few days ago, after they aired episode 1 and 2, we can again hear Hayden Christensen's Anakin Skywalker voice. So I really think episode 3 will be the first time we see Anakin. It'll be in a flashback, Clone Wars era, and it will only be little. It won't be a big flashback. They're keeping that for episode 5 probably, keeping the Force Ghost for episode 5. But I do think we will see Anakin in more than one episode of Ahsoka. It would make sense. Anakin is the master of Ahsoka. You know, he plays a massive impact in her life. So, episode 3, it will heavily involve Sabine and Ahsoka training, and we might get a little flashback to the Clone Wars of Ahsoka and Anakin training. That's my big theory for the episode. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we will get him. We'll definitely get him more than once in the series.
Yeah. I hope so.
He's such an important character to Ahsoka. He's such an important character to obviously the entire series. They've really pushed Hayden in this promotion. Not as much as Obi-Wan, but I don't know. I think we're gonna meet a few times. But for I don't know what we will get. I definitely think we might not get a full flashback to them training. At least not a proper one. I think we will get glimpses of it. Like she has like mirages of like it's flicking between Sabine and
exactly
then
what
Anakin.
I was just thinking. Maybe when they're training with the wooden sticks, like we see in one of the teasers, Ahsoka and Sabine, as they clash sticks, and then flashes to an Anakin and Ahsoka like hitting sticks, and then Ahsoka kind of remembering what her master taught her, so she can then teach her Padawan. So I think that'd be really cool to see, and that'll like be the start of Anakin in the Ahsoka series. We're definitely going to get him in more than one episode. I'd like to think so.
I think this episode will also have a few more people in it. I think.
Remember,
well, I'll let you finish, but I think
minutes,
I'm gonna.
So it is very limited, and obviously.
I think this episode's just going to give us where people are, though.
Yep.
I think we see Rex.
You think we see Rex? Okay.
I think we see Rex.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely could, but I'm gonna stick to my theory of this episode's just gonna be Ahsoka and Sabine's relationship. It's gonna be, but it's 31 minutes.
Yeah.
That's 31 minutes is still 31 minutes. You can't have Sabine and Ahsoka with hitting wooden lightsabers 31 minutes. It could dive into their past when Ahsoka and Sabine teamed up after the Empire fell. Obviously, we know from that epilogue in Rebels that Ahsoka, the White, and Sabine reunited. Something big happened between them, and now here we are in the Ahsoka series. They mirrored that scene from Rebels, the epilogue of Ahsoka the White and Sabine reuniting. That scene in Ahsoka is not the exact same scene for anyone wondering. They did not retcon Ahsoka the White. It's a different scene.
You were wondering.
You explained it to me. But yeah, it's not the same scene from Rebels. It's just it's a mirror. So it's just it's happened again. It happened again. But yeah, Ahsoka and Sabine did team up after the Empire fell. I guess maybe they looked for Ezra together, but obviously as we learned from episode 1 and 2. Ezra and Thrawn were presumed dead, but now they have a map to where they are, so they're starting again. And Ahsoka, obviously they tried training in the past, Ahsoka and Sabine. Maybe Ahsoka felt that Sabine had a bit of force in her, maybe because of her warrior skills from being a Mandalorian and wielding the Darksaber once before. So Ahsoka might have tried, finding the force within Sabine, because it resides in everyone, as Kanan says, as Obi-Wan has said, as Ahsoka says in one of the new teasers they released just a few days ago, with the one with Anakin in it.
Yes, that I forgot about that. But yeah, if that doesn't tell you that it's true, then nothing will. Like, you couldn't get anything.
She
more
won't.
from it,
If Sabine's force sensitive, obviously everyone, the force resides in
no,
everyone.
she's not going to be a lot. But even Hu Yang says it in episode 2.
Yeah. So Ahsoka might have tried to find the force within Sabine. We don't really know what happened between them there. Sabine was stubborn and Ahsoka left her. So, something big must have caused it. Probably just Sabine's attitude. But now they're reuniting, trying again. So we'll probably see them trying to train again and then get a few little Anakin flashbacks within there. And then, as you said, it could jump to other characters to see where they're at.
Yeah, I think this is just going to be a character building episode. Because they're not going to give us I don't think they'll give us a big action sequence if it's going to take up 15 minutes. If it's going to take up half of the entire episode.
Yep, I agree.
For episode 3 as well.
I don't think it'll be anything big. 31 minutes, I think it will just dive into character development and the relationship between Ahsoka and Sabine, and then might jump to where Hera's at. We might see Hera talking to the New Republic.
This might be our first Jason.
We might see Jason, and then Hera talking to the New Republic Council with Mon Mothma in there and that. It might go to Zeb. Obviously, he's in the New Republic. See where he's at. You said earlier Rex. I don't think Rex yet. I think the first time we see Rex, it will be Rex and Ahsoka. And I think in this episode, Ahsoka and Sabine will only be together. And when we eventually see Rex and Ahsoka, I feel like it will be Ahsoka and Rex reuniting once again. And it'll be a much bigger episode. Maybe like episode 4. That one's, I think they said 49 minutes or something. So, yeah. Episode 3, I really think, as you said, character development, A lot of that, seeing what everyone's up to. I don't. It might jump to the villains, Marok, Morgan Elsbeth, Balin, and Shin. Because at the end of episode 2, we saw Morgan finish building the Eye of Sion, that big, massive thing in space. So she thinks that can bring Thrawn back. It's probably like you put a huge ship in there, and then you can launch into this new galaxy. So this episode might show us Morgan's plans, or it will focus on Sabine and Ahsoka's relationship. As they, they obviously know where Balin and that are by the tracker Chopper put on their ship. But I really think it'll be Ahsoka, Sabine training, a little bit of.
Have
Anakin.
you seen that Have you seen the interaction online where they're talking about that Chopper and Hera talking, and Chopper's like, shoot it down, and Hera's like, I can't shoot it down, it'll crush it all. And he goes, and that's bad?
Yeah.
Chopper is still a genocidal maniac, and I fucking love it.
That's what Chopper is. We love him. I saw that. I did see that.
He is a genocidal maniac. Yep. He's R2-D2 if R2-D2 was like a maniac.
Yeah.
And it's just fantastic. He's got that somewhat relatable part of him where he's like, well, we get you guys have morals, but I don't need the morals.
Yep.
So he just
He's really a crime lord, but we all love him for it. And
he would be. Him and Pablo Escobar would get along.
Oh my god, yeah. I agree. We love Chopper. Hopefully some more of him, but now episode 3 of Ahsoka, hopefully will be the shortest one of the episode. I think it'll be huge character development between obviously Ahsoka's relationship and Sabine. I think that's what it will mainly focus on. But no, the next Ahsoka episode, it has secrets. Hopefully a little bit of action, not too much, only 31 minutes. But our heroes, Ahsoka, Sabine, Hera, they're on a risky mission to bring Ezra home and defeat Thrawn once again. The past and the present are gonna mix to answer questions and get us ready for what's next to come in the Ahsoka series. But that's our predictions, that's our hopes, that's our theories for episode 3 of Ahsoka, airing tomorrow on Disney Plus at 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time, and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let us know your theories, your hopes, your predictions for tomorrow's episode, and we'll see you guys tomorrow in our reaction, review, and breakdown. Until then, may the Force be with you all. See you tomorrow.
Bye.